got no alibi. It's a lover's fight without an alibi. You took my innocence without an alibi. up when I die, and it is too late to climb any mountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over. I will be the greatest that you've ever seen before, and I'll stay eternal. Sometimes I feel that my luck's run out. When things don't go to plan, I kinda lose my mind. I hope it's real, this life comes around. Just keep your faith and search for the fountain. Time is of the essence, the blood running through our core. It's best to not feel sorry when it's over. I will be the greatest that you've ever seen before, and I'll
Welcome back to the We Are City channel, back today for our matchday live stream, and today's action is Manchester City taking on Aston Villa. I hope you've all had a nice weekend so far, and let's hope Manchester City can keep the weekend going well for us all. The two sides have been announced. The game is just over 10 minutes away from kickoff, and it will kick off at 2 p.m. UK time. We're in through the City side and the Aston Villa side as well before we get into things. City have not got a great record at Aston Villa, have they, at all? Without a win in the last three, 2 defeats in the last 2, a draw previously to that. And Pep Guardiola spoke in his pre-match conference conference is what I'm on about, to say that he doesn't think that City are going to be, they have the energy that they had last time. It's going to be better than that, is what I'm saying. Last time City didn't have energy. City weren't great at all. City were really poor, and it came at that sort of stage of City's season where we were doing pretty poorly. The year before that was the time when City won the 4 in a row, and they were pretty poor that time as well, when City didn't look like their usual self either. And the year before was a treble season where we drew 1-1. So we haven't got the most amazing record at Villa. They've not had the most amazing start to season either, have they? Things haven't gone Villa's way, particularly at the start of the season. They were one of the sides that hadn't scored for quite a while, had they? Aston Villa, and then eventually they managed to get the goals, and they've actually won in the last 3 games they've played. 9 points from their last 3, and scoring goals as well. I mean, they beat Spurs away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last time out, so that's a pretty good start for them. Now they seem to have picked up form, and certainly a side that have been in trouble due to PSR. I think PSR has really hampered Villa in what they can do in the transfer market. Sort of stopped their ambitions a little bit, hasn't it? So this is the Villa side. They go with Emi Martinez in goal. It's Cash, Konsa, Pau Torres and Luca Dean in the back 4. A very physical midfield of Babukar Kamara and Andrea Onana. And then it's captain John McGinn and Buendia in the wide areas, with Morgan Rogers playing in that hole behind Ollie Watkins. On the bench they've got Victor Lindelof, Tyrone Mings, Ross Barkley, Daniel Marlin, former City man Jadon Sancho, Ian Matson, Bogard, Gusson and also Marco Bizot as well, who is become a bit of a meme, hasn't he, himself, after Unai Emery's pre-match press conference a while ago. As for Manchester City, we go with Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal. It's a back 4, the same as what we saw against Villarreal in Nunes, Stones, Diaz and Joško Gvardiol. Tajani Reinders, Pep Guardiola has confirmed will start in a more defensive holding midfield role ahead of Nico, who's not fit to start. And then he's got captain Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden in front. The front 3 is Erling Haaland, Savinho off the left, where Pep seems to prefer him, and Oscar Bob on the right. No Jeremy Doku, which is a bit of a surprise. He's on the bench with James Trafford, Nathan Ake, Omar Mamouche, You want Matteo Kovacic, Ryan Shaqiri, Nico O'Reilly, the other Nico, and also Rico Lewis as well. So 4 games kicking off at 2 p.m. today in the Premier League. Wolves versus Burnley, Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest, Arsenal at home to Crystal Palace, and Manchester City away to Aston Villa. Of course, Crystal Palace looking to try and go away against Arsenal. They've got former Arsenal man, or former Crystal Palace man, Eze in that side. And the thing is with Arsenal, they know they're 3 points clear at the top of that Premier League table. If City drops points today and Arsenal expect to beat Palace, then things get even more difficult to Manchester City, don't they? As they try and catch that Arsenal side come the end of the season. Liverpool, are they in the title race? Well, that will be a big question, isn't it? Another defeat for them this week, or this weekend. Yesterday, a 3-2 defeat to Brentford with a bit of a controversial penalty, I must say, in that one. The Ghost on Twitch says that City are in their ugly kit. They are. City are in that 3rd kit today, the rain kit with fluorescent green. And not like today is Kelvin. He says he doesn't rate Savinho. Well, I don't know. I think Pep Guardiola rates Savinho. We have to trust Pep Guardiola, don't we, a little bit on that. I think he's not been the player that maybe we expected him to be. But I spoke on Sky Sports the other day. I was on Sky Sports. They were on about Erling Haaland scoring all the goals. And they're asking me as a City fan, how do you feel about Haaland scoring all the goals? Where the goal's going to come from, basically. And I did mention Savinho as someone who's got a bit of, a hard time, really. He's been compared to Riyad Mahrez, and understandably so, in his style. But there was something that I had to make clear. And I made it clear on Sky, and I'll make it clear now with Savinho. If you think about when Manchester City signed Riyad Mahrez, we signed a Premier League proven player, a player that had won the Premier League, that had played Champions League football, that had scored 20-odd goals in a season. Someone who was in his prime of his career, 26, 27 years of age. City signed Savinho when he just turned 20. He's only 21 now. He's not got Champions League experience before that. He hadn't played in a winning team of any sorts. He's not scored more than 10 goals in a season, really. So, we put a lot of pressure on someone to do something that they've never done before. And the idea is, yeah, there's potential there. We're buying someone with potential. We hope that he can do that. But it isn't guaranteed, is it? And if it doesn't work out, City will look to other players. But, development isn't linear. That is very clear that we must understand. I know that a lot of us play football games and development is linear. The better you play, you just continue to grow as a player and your potential is, set already. Development isn't linear. I mean, one of those big ones that you could say that is a man who's playing at the Emirates today, Jean-Philippe Mateta. Did anyone think that Jean-Philippe Mateta 5 years ago would be in the France national team, would be one of the best strikers in the Premier League, you would say? One of the top goal scorers in the Premier League? Well, no. But no one would have thought that at all. Because he wasn't, And now he's into his 30s. He's found his feet. And he's found his ability to play that position, which is fantastic, and be that player. But it's come into the late sort of very latter stage of his career. Then you get some players like Lamine Yamal, for example, that are 19 years of age, or 7, well, he's not even 19 yet, is he? 17, 18 years of age, 18 I think he is now. He's already at a top level. But the thing is, we get excited about players at that age being that good. We have to remember that it might be the case that those players never get any better. I mean, Lamine Yamal's already a world-class player, isn't he? At 17 years of age. He might never get any better than that. He might always be at that level, which is also fine. It's still a high level. I think people get overexcited about players playing well at young ages because they think, oh, what could they be as they gain experience and so on. And we agree that we sort of unanimously agree that people are in the prime in a certain age, aren't they? Around 26, 27. But it doesn't work that way for everyone. We have to remember that. So we can't be too harsh on Savinho. We can't be too harsh on Jeremy Doku. I know it's easy to feel that way, and I understand it. They can be frustrating. These players do frustrate you at times. They do frustrate me at times as well. But whether Manchester City go and sign someone else in that position, another winger is a bit more experienced. I mean, Mamouche is designed to sort of bring the goals into the City side. Whether he does is another question as well. That injury sort of caused problems. Doku's been chipping in with a few more goals this season, but we wouldn't say that's his game, would we? We wouldn't say that is sort of what Jeremy Doku is, a goal scorer. I think he's much better as a creative player. I think his creative quality is a lot better. So it's not going to be easy at all. It's not going to be easy at all. But Manchester City can do it. And I think Savinho will do it. I think he will come good. I think that we will see him come good. We will see, I don't know, Jeremy Doku score more goals. Sometimes you feel like it's not going to be the case. It's not going to happen. But you've just got to believe, haven't you? And you've got to hope these players do their best. That's all we can think. So, yeah, don't be too hard. I know it's easy to be harsh on Savinho and Doku. I mean, look at Oscar Bob. People rate Oscar Bob very highly, and I rate Oscar Bob really highly as well. He's one of my favourite players in that City side. I believe every time he plays really well. He always does his best. He's a hard worker. He's pressing. I think it's one of his biggest assets of his game, in fact. But we have to remember with Oscar Bob that how many goals does he score? I can't actually remember many goals that Oscar Bob has scored for Manchester City. Again, he's not really someone who's a massive goal scorer, is he? So these are all things that we've got a problem with. Yes, Erling Haaland, we're becoming incredibly heavily reliant on Erling Haaland, which isn't the way we want to do things. But if a few players can just chip in with those goals, of course Erling Haaland can carry us with his goals because of the quality player he is. And we're always going to create chances. City will always create chances. We are quality enough to do that. So let's just see. And today, I mean, I would say today my worry in that starting 11, looking at Manchester City side, the area of the game which I'm probably most worried about is that holding midfield role. Pep Guardiola confirms that Tijani Reinders is going to be starting at holding midfield today, which is good to see him play that position. He played there in pre-season at times, didn't he? He looked quite good. I was impressed with him at times. But what I would say with Tijani Reinders is what you have to worry about is that he isn't quite the physical battler, is he? You know, he's not someone who's going to win the tackle. He doesn't win duels particularly well. He's up against Onana and Kamara today are two players who are really good in that area of the game. Really good at physical battles, at winning the ball, at doing things that way. And that does worry me a little bit. That maybe those players don't quite, I don't know, perform the way we want them to today in Tijani Reinders. But who knows? Who knows? We've got to stay confident, haven't we? It's a big shame that Nico's out. I mean, Thomas Partey took him out, didn't they, in the last one? Injured Nico, unfortunately, and that seems like an injury that he hasn't been able to recover from. It was a late one from Partey over the top of the ball that injured Nico. And, you know, when you've got Rodri out, you need Nico to be there, really. But it always seems that Nico seems to pick up these injuries when Rodri isn't there. When Rodri is there, he's fit and ready to play, and he can't get in the team. That can be frustrating as well. And let us know your comments in the your score predictions in the comments. Andrew's coming with a 2-1. I actually predicted a big result today. I predicted a 4-1 win for Manchester City, which is unlike me. I just think that City could do that today. I think they could go and beat Villa quite convincingly. Shirky can get goals, in my opinion, says Kelvin. Yeah, I certainly believe you could be right there. I think Ryan Shirky can get goals as well. He's certainly more of a creative player, but I'm sure he can get goals. We just need to make sure that we can find him in those positions a bit better. His game isn't really about getting goals, is it? I think he's much more of a creative player. He's more of a player who finds the goals through being creative and creates for others. And I'm sure he'll find Erling Haaland in multiple situations, but who knows? 3-0 win, says Kelvin. 3-0 win for Manchester City would be a good result, wouldn't it? I've gone 4-1. I've surprisingly gone 4-1. That is not like me to predict so positively. I just can see Erling Haaland getting a few goals today. I really see him getting a few goals today for Manchester City, and hopefully he does do. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully I'm right, and a 4-1 win comes our way. But it's not going to be easy for Manchester City at all. Not going to be easy at all. Villa are very good. A 3-0 win, says Kelvin. Yeah, 3-0. Donnarumma masterclass. Well, he's already had. I wouldn't say Donnarumma's had some amazing performances for City so far. I don't think he's done anything overly special. But he's always done what we've needed of him, what's expected of him. And that has been great to see. Now, you can vote in the live chat, by the way, for the first goal scorer today. Who you think will be the first goal scorer? The first one to get the ball in the back of net. Obviously, Erling Haaland's on that. And we've got Tijani Reinders there as well as a different option. Phil Foden, currently 15%, and Watkins as well for Villa. Maybe even Morgan Rogers scores against City. I mean, Rogers had a fantastic game last time. Our kit is so bad. Yeah, I'm not a fan of kit either. I am not a fan of the kit either. That green one, I don't think I will be purchasing it. I have actually ordered the home kit and the away kit. The home kit with Omar Mouche on the back, and then the away kit with Ryan Shirky on the back is what I've gone for. Kick off should be about to happen now. As the game amounts to gets underway. Will Manchester City be the side to come out on top? Let's hope so. So, will Arsenal win? Will they put pressure on City in the title race? Prefer the fourth kit, says Kelvin. Save versus Brentford, why we signed him? Yeah, I mean, he made a fantastic save versus Brentford, didn't he? That's what he's there for. To do those things, to help us in those situations. We need him there. We always need a player like Donnarumma, a goalkeeper like Donnarumma to help us out. The game should be kicking off very shortly now. The players will be out the tunnel and on the pitch. Just waiting for pictures to see. So the players are in a huddle now on the halfway line. Manchester City versus Aston Villa. A team talk is being held by Erling Haaland. Bit of motivation. Third kit's growing on you, says the FC Ghost on Twitch. Possibly. It's not growing on me. I really don't rate it at all. So Pep Guardiola on the sidelines. He looks always worried, doesn't he, before a game, I'd say, Pep Guardiola. As if he's never quite sure. It's a minute into the game, says Ghost on Twitch. Well, I'm sorry that I'm slightly behind. Sometimes it works that way. By the time you get my footage, that's how it goes. Please don't ruin anything. Don't put any spoilers. Otherwise, there's no point me doing this, is there? So, players take the knee before the game. Manchester City versus Aston Villa. And we have kickoff taken by Erling Haaland. Back to Ruben Dias. It's very much a back three for City again today. It's Vardiol, Nunez, and Ruben Dias in a back three. Stones alongside Tijani Reinders in a midfield two, in fact. And City go all the way back to Donnarumma at the start of this one. Who has to clip it wide towards Oscar Bob, who takes a really nice touch into Phil Foden. Well played, Oscar Bob, at the start of this one. And Foden to the far side. Vardiol onto Savinho here on this left-hand side for Manchester City. And back to Vardiol. Come on, City. He's very much a back three again today for City, with Matheus Nunes playing at right centre-back. It's interesting that Pep Guardiola trusts him in that position, isn't it? And City once again playing this 3-2 formation. Diaz, Nunes. Long by Nunes forward. Phil Foden picks it up. They're very much a high-pressing team, aren't they? Aston Villa, and they're hemming City in at the moment. Nunes back towards Phil Foden, well playing this far side. Stones. Back through to Foden again. Manchester City look comfortable at the start of this one. Diaz in towards Joshua Vardiol, and City there. Ultra Gamer comes in with a 2-on prediction. Third kick looks good with Savinho. And a really, really stray pass from Joshua Vardiol there. Goes out for a throw in the far side. Well, City start the game quite well there. Under pressure from Villa, and they played around the press quite comfortably. And Joshua Vardiol gives possession back to the home side. Frustrating that Vardiol makes that sort of pass and puts City in a problem. Didn't need to do that. Villa a chance now coming forward. Ball in behind, cut out by Nunes. It's another throw-in on the far side. But City very much playing in this back three. Very much so playing this back three that Pep Guardiola seems to have picked out now as his formation for the moment. Throwing to be taken by Luca Dean. Oh, Nana having a bit of a laugh with Erling Haaland there in the centre. Pep said he could be world class as Kelvin. Yeah, he said Matheus Nunes can be world class at right back. Throwing comes in here. Haaland looks to head it away. It falls towards Buendia on the volley. Well, he caught that well, Buendia. The way he shaped up to that one, the Argentinian, I just thought this could be going in the back of the net. On the edge of the box, it comes to him. He hits it well, but he just gets underneath it. Hits it a little bit too early. It's up and into the stands. Well, 2 goals and 1 assist so far in the Premier League this season for Aston Villa. All have come as a substitute as well. Nunes can be world class, to be fair, says Ghost on Twitch. He can be. Possibly. Here's John Stones to Manchester City. Inside to Foden. Little flick into Reinders. Back to Phil Foden. Nicely done by City. Here is Foden. Foden. Got to go into Bernardo Silva. He does go into Bernardo Silva, City's captain now on this left-hand side. He works it wide to Savinho. Savinho against Matty Cash. And uses pace to get past him. Looks to cross it. Savinho doesn't do. Back on the outside again. Savinho with the ball into the hands of Emi Buendia. Not the best of crosses by Savinho, but he's trying to make something happen there. And that is something we can be positive about. Something I do like. That positivity there from Savinho. City very much in that back three again. Oh, nicely done by Villa. Oh, Nana. Pocket pick by Bernardo Silva. Foden with a foot in as well, and City get it back in a high position. And it ends up running through to Núñez, into Phil Foden once again. He's working really well so far, Foden. Back to Tijani Reinders. Pep trusts him as more of a defensive midfielder as well, and using him in that deeper role. Savinho. Looking to take on Cash once again. Savinho on the outside of Cash. Savinho. Inside, outside. Savinho around the outside. Savinho with another cross low across the box, dealt with by Kamara. Cleared away to Rodgers and flicked onto Buendia, and it's a counter for Villa now. Here's Emi Buendia. Who's in goal for Villa? Says the ghost on Twitch. It's Emi Martinez. Ball through to Watkins. It's well read by Diaz. All the way back towards Donnarumma. And City play out that really well. Reinders. Joshko Vardiol. Here's John Stones picking up the ball in central midfield once again. Stones. Playing very far forward here, Stones. Wide left to Savinho. Stones to City. Savinho on this right and left hand side. Savinho inside. Savinho in behind Bernardo Silva. Bernardo across the box. Pulls it across here. Just can't find Bob Foden and Haaland in the middle. Good pullback from Bernardo, but it wasn't near anyone. Great pullback from Bernardo Silva. A little run in between the lines in behind by him. Playing for the cut back. I like City doing that. Something that always impresses me, playing that way. Chris Haaland's already had a run there. If Stones has spotted him. Well, Stones isn't one to sort of play the ball first time, is he? Long ball forward here dealt with. Here's Savinho. Drop of the shoulder by Savinho. Ball behind to Haaland here. And it's through into the hands of Martinez. But a really good pass from Savinho. Just a little bit too heavy. But City have started this game very positively. And very much City playing in a 3-2-4-1 formation. Martinez under pressure from Haaland. Even if Bob scored a tap-in, I'll scream like he scored from his own half, says the ghost on Twitch. Well, I know he's one of your favourite players. Here's Bernardo Silva off the right for Manchester City. Bernardo. Back to Stones. Núñez. Foden. Wide right to Oscar Bob. Bob for City. Reinders. Space for Reinders. Reinders. Reinders hits one here! It's not far over the bar by Tijani Reinders. But it was a good opportunity, a good chance. And that sort of right in space, Reinders finds himself quite far forward. A lot of room he's afforded by Villa. Hits it, but it's up and over the bar. Not a bad attempt at all, though. Not a bad attempt at all. They play it long here, and Joshko Vardiol deals it really well. Vardiol for City. Takes his time here on this left-hand side. Throws it in, and here is Phil Foden on this right-hand side. I've got every City kit from last season with Bob in the back. I have the whole wall of my bedroom of Bob kits. I have a couple of normal ones as well. Well, I'm glad. He's one of your favourite players. Let's hope he performs today, then. Here's Bob for City. Back to Foden. Nice touches by Bob. Foden. Foden still. In behind to Bob. What a ball. It's a little bit overhit. Bob managed to keep it in. But he slipped, he's put it out for a throw-in. A little bit of a heavy pass from Foden. Bob did get there. Pep Guardiola visibly frustrated on the sidelines with that one. He's not happy with that. Feels like Bob should do better. He feels like Bob should do a lot better with that. Thrown by City, headed away by Stones. Bernardo in there as well. He just can't quite get there. Onana sends it back to Pau under pressure from Erling Haaland. He goes back to his goalkeeper Martinez under pressure from Haaland. Confidently plays it into Ezri Konsa. Gets it stuck under his feet a little bit, Konsa. Then towards Kamara. That's a nice ball by him. Kamara turns. Pressure again from City. Back to Cash. Back to Konsa. Matty Cash sends it long on the right foot. Headed away by Diaz. Straight back to Villa with Kamara. Bernardo goes and wins it back well. Kamara throws himself to the floor. Nothing in it. Foden wriggles away from the challenges. Haaland. Haaland threw a little few challenges as well there. Here is Matheus Núñez. City go back towards Diaz. Well played, City. In towards Bernardo Silva. Just to flick it around the corner to Savinho. He will keep it in here. Well played, Bernardo. Savinho. Back across towards Ruben Diaz. Matheus Nunes. Club World Cup kit with Echeverry on as well, says the Ghost. He's Foden, ball through to Haaland. Bernardo is there as well. Can't get there, Cash. Just gets there to Erling Khan, a little bit too much on it and cleared away. Nunes and Vardy in those wide areas deal with it in the channels there. Good start by City, but lacking equality the final pass so far yet. That killer pass from City's missing. Stones, really poor from Stones. Skips away from one straight into a Villa player is Watkins. Rodgers, who can turn and drive the opposition. And John McGinn lifts on him behind here. And here's Ollie Watkins. It's all the way through to Gianluigi Donnarumma. That was a good chance. City in a bit of trouble there. Had to be careful. Had to be careful. Reinders. Bernardo Silva. Reinders again. Taking his time on the ball here. John Stones. Vardiol. Back they go. Matheus Nunes. We haven't really seen Bernal today, no, but he's done a few good little touches. Dale Riley gets some IFPL, he doesn't start, says Kelvin. Yeah, I think he's suffering a bit of an injury actually at the moment. Here's Oscar Bob, who's drifting down this far right side. He skips past a few players. Foden, back to Bob. Luka Dean has to clear it away. Really good shift of the body there by Bob. Here's Savinho. Would you change our captain from Bernardo? No, I don't think so. Pep Guardiola picked him as Savinho. It's a cross in here, it's blocked away. Is it? No. Straight behind for a goal kick. Poor by Savinho. Should do better there, Savinho, really, with that cross. City lacking that final pass at the moment, maybe you could say. And it's going to be a goal kick. But we've been by far the most positive of the two sides so far. I mean, Buendia's volley has been their most dangerous chance. It was really much a half chance, wasn't it? 82% possession in City's favour so far. 63 total passes to Villa's 13. Pound plays it down the line towards Digne on this left-hand side. Into Buendia. Back onto Digne. Into Rodgers in a bit of pocket space here. Flicks it back onto Onana. He works it wide right to Matty Cash. Played a fantastic pass, didn't he? For the goal at Spurs, Matty Cash. Last weekend. Cash on this right-hand side again here. In towards Kamara. I really, really do rate that midfield too of Villa's. Of Onana and Kamara and actually Rodgers in front as well. Onana back towards Pau Torres. Onana. 3 players round him, nowhere to go. He's had to go back towards Konsa here, but he's nice and composed there, the Belgian. And they play into space now to Matty Cash down this right-hand side. Cash trying to play through Watkins in behind him. It's overhit by the Polish international. Watkins wasn't get there, and it's behind for a goal kick for Manchester City. That was the first sort of chances that Villa have had to get on the ball and try and make something happen. The Ghost and Switch laughed at Liverpool last night. Yeah, 3-2 defeat to Redford yesterday from Villa. From Liverpool. Was interesting to see. Surprising to see as well. I mean, that penalty was dubious, wasn't it? Long ball forward by City. Haaland flicks it onto Bernardo Silva brilliantly. And back to Haaland here. And wide to Vardy. That is absolutely brilliant play from Erling Haaland. Savinho. Running at Cash again here, Savinho. He's quick. Tries to pass it forward. It's blocked by Cash. It's out for a throw-in. Savinho quick throwing back to Vardiol. He's been very positive on that left-hand side, Savinho. Just lacking that final pass, like Chris said. This Liverpool downfall is Cinemas' Ultra Game. I know. Even better after they spent 500 million or 450 million on players. Even better. Ruben Diaz. Looking to be positive in his play here, Diaz. Back to Nunes. He's very much playing in a sort of back three. Foden. Oscar Bob. Back to Matheus Nunes. Nunes plays the ball in behind towards Bernardo Silva. It's a difficult pass. It's a nice idea. It's poor execution, but it was a very difficult idea to try and play it into Bernardo in behind the defence. Caught by Emi Martinez. There's Onana. Buendia. Onana can't be nicked by Phil Foden. Long away by Luka Dean. Diaz too strong for Watkins. Here's Reinders. Tackled by Kamara, but it still falls back to City. Vardiel, Diaz, Reinders, and back to Vardiel. City play out of the pressure really well there. Vardiel, the ball forward. He's been caught late. The ball into Bernardo Silva. As they're playing him behind towards Erling Haaland, it's straight into the chest of Ezri Konsa. Makes a bit of a mistake here, and Pau Torres has to slam it away. They somehow get it to McGinn, and Villa get a bit lucky there. Rodgers takes it away from Stones, Morgan Rodgers, the former City Academy man. And Buendia wide left to Watkins. And they're starting to cut open Manchester City here. Watkins a step over. Ball into the box. He doesn't play it. He's done Nunes. Pulls it back to Morgan Rodgers, who swipes at it and cleared away by City. Fleming has struck for Burnley, so Burnley have got the lead. Here's Digne. Back to Torres and in towards Onana. Well, Villa are growing into this one. Manchester City must be wary. Back they go here. Onana, heavy touch. Foden can't nick it. Bob will press Pau Torres to send him backwards. Back to Emi Martinez. Pressed so well with Oscar Bob in the side, I feel. Feel like that is his biggest asset. He's pressing. Here's Emi Martinez. All three promoted sides will stay up, says Ghost on Twitch. Yeah, you could be right. I mean, Sunderland up in the second place at the moment, aren't they? Long by Martinez, out for a throw-in for Manchester City on the far side. I'm liking this Nunes at right back, centre-back business that City are doing at the moment. It's working well. Well, barring the goal from Zion Fleming for Burnley, the rest are all 0-0. Ball forward by City. Back they go to the goalkeeper again. West Ham, Wolves and Forest will go down. Sultra Gamer. I don't think Forest will go down, you know. I feel like Forest might stay up. But I think West Ham might be going down. I think Wolves might be as well. Savinho here. Outmuscled by Cash. The free kick's going to go the opposition's way. Savinho was being pushed by Cash. Savinho give it him back. And he just a bit too much with the pull on him. I mean, Cash has got hold of Savinho's leg, which isn't a foul to the referee. Back to Ezri Konsa now. But at the moment, Wolves are bottom of the table on 2 points with West Ham and Forest. I don't think Forest will go. I don't think Fulham will go either. I think Burnley will go. And I think Leeds will go as well, actually, personally. And it'll be one of West Ham, Wolves, who go down with them. Here's Pau Torres. I thought Brentford would go down at the start of the season. Oh, Buendia wriggles away from challenges brilliantly. Here's Emi Buendia. Nunes comes across. Buendia into Rodgers. Rodgers with a step over. On to Ollie Watkins. Watkins with a chance. Back to Luca Dean. Blocked away by John Stones. And Oscar Bob gives it straight back to Villa. Too weak from Oscar Bob. Really weak by Oscar Bob. Here's McGinn. Someone definitely surprised the scene so far, Kelvin. Great chance for Villa there. Who could have taken, maybe should have taken the lead. Konsa. Pau Torres. Onana wide towards Luca Dean. City struggling a little bit. Here's Pau Torres. Konsa. Konsa again into Matty Cash on this right hand side. Villa comfortable enough to play it round the back. To hold a high line. Nearly scored against Manchester City there if it wasn't for a big block from John Stones. Cash back to Konsa. All the way back to Martinez. Pressing from Savinho. Pau Torres. Long and away by Torres. To Buendia. We're in behind Manchester City here. Buendia again. McGinn, he's been very, very lively. Emi Buendia so far. John McGinn. Ball in behind to Rodgers again, searching. Vardiel lets it roll through to Cash. It's a bit poor from Vardiel, really. His awareness there wasn't great. Matty Cash picks it up. But at the moment, they're growing into this one, Villa. Really growing into this one. Here's Pau Torres. Ball in behind towards Digne. Nunes has lost it. Digne across the box here. Behind for a corner. Matheus Nunes thinks it should be a goal kick. Well, they say it's a corner. Nunez goes in behind with Digne here. Is it a corner? It is a corner. Matheus Nunes kicks it behind. I mean, Digne catches him as well on the block, but it's definitely a corner there. A corner for Aston Villa. For Manchester City defend. Good defending from Nunes initially. Pau Torres in there. They've got some big men in the box of Aston Villa. Cross to come in. Luca Digne taking his time with this one. Digne short. Ball in, Matty Cash. Onto that left foot. Matty Cash! Goal, Aston Villa. And Manchester City are behind. Goal for City. Goal against City comes from Matty Cash. Well, criticism Ortega in the Donnarumma in the comments there saying he's Stefan Ortega style, not moving. I don't know what he can do about that, really. He's so close, isn't he? Cash really on the edge of the box. I don't think Donnarumma even sees it. What a finish that is. I mean, it's into the side netting. What can the goalkeeper do about that? I don't know. Fantastic finish into the side netting by Matty Cash. Really good finish by Cash. There's no chance it's saved. It's poor defending from Manchester City. You've had a positive start, but throw it away. Hits off from the half volley with a side foot. Weaker left foot from Matty Cash. He curls it into the bottom right-hand corner. Brilliant goal from Cash, and Manchester City are behind here. Poor defensive from City, who tried to get out, but don't really try to block it properly. And they're behind. And Villa have the lead here at home. Good goal from Matty Cash. Really nice finish from the fullback. Really nice finish. Diaz wide right towards Oscar Bob. City better get going here. Foden. In space. Bob keeps going himself here. Oscar Bob and tackled brilliantly by Onana. Too weak from Bob. Pau Torres. Played forward towards Watkins brilliantly. Diaz fouls Watkins. They play on. Watkins works it wide towards Matty Cash. And Villa are starting to sort of take this game to City. And a ball in behind towards Rodgers by Cash. A nice idea. Donnarumma gets there. Donnarumma short towards Diaz. Nunes back to Donnarumma. Stones. Nunes. Matheus Nunes lumps it forward to Bernardo Silva. Great pass. Bernardo in behind to Haaland. He's through here. Haaland's in 1-on-1. Erling Haaland straight at the goalkeeper. He has to score there, Erling Haaland. What a run by Bernardo Silva through the middle. Nunes finding the long ball. Ball in behind to Haaland. He's got to score here. He's got to hit it with more power. And he side foots it right at the goalkeeper Martinez. Makes an easy save. He's got to hit that harder, Haaland. Should score. Should score Erling Haaland. Matty Cash. Back to Konsa. Oh, nice feet by Konsa away from Bernardo Silva. Bernardo chases Konsa still. Kamara. Forward to McGinn. Back to Kamara. And they play out really well here, McGinn. Really good play from Villa here. Knocking it around at the back. Keeping it off Manchester City. But Erling Haaland should have scored there. He really should have scored there, Erling Haaland. I'm frustrated he hasn't done. Villa done the long ball. Nice ball by Nunes. Good run from Bernardo. But then when we find Haaland, he's got to finish it. Chris says, all of a sudden we seem to be chasing shadows and every final ball bar one has been hopeless. Yeah, that's the first decent pass we've put in behind the defence, isn't it? At the moment, City can't seem to get near Villa, who seem to have started the game slow, grown into it. Now we're all over City. Well, City have got a free kick here. I'm not sure what for because it wasn't showing it. But Tajani ranges over it to swing it on his left foot. Well, Foden it is who swings it in here into the hands of Emi Martinez. Well, John Stones is down. He's not happy. He's back to his feet now. Martinez swings it in behind and it's dealt with by Bernardo Silva, who plucks it out the air absolutely brilliantly. I tell you what, I think Bernardo Silva's having one of his best games so far at the moment. Here's Reinders. Vardiol. Across to Nunes. Diaz. Vardiol. Villa lost in the Europa League, didn't they, on Thursday? 1-0 up to lose 2-1, so that's a positive thing for us that they do throw leads away. Savinho against Cash. Can't get past Cash, just takes it off the Brazilian. And Savinho goes and takes it back off the goal scorer. Savinho for City. Savinho still pulls it back here. Haaland is there. Foden, Bob, nobody on the edge of the box. And Rodgers takes it away from Oscar Bob. And Bob trying to win it back off him. And Rodgers skips past the challenges. A foul. Villa's way. 3 City players couldn't get the ball off a driving Morgan Rodgers there. Good play from Rodgers. Really good play from Morgan Rodgers. Foul Villa. Free kick Villa. That was Aston Villa's first shot on target as well at this goal, wasn't it? Which is frustrating. Conte back towards Martinez. Back to Ezri Konsa. I think it's a very good player. Cash. Konsa again. Pressing by Reinders. On Kamara from behind. Free kick Villa. Too aggressive there to Johnny Reinders. It's a worry. The City shouldn't be giving away a free kick there. Watkins round the corner here. Buendia against Nunes. On to Luca Dean. And City at the moment can't seem to get anywhere near Aston Villa. The physical side of the game we're struggling on. There's a ball in behind to Rodgers here against Stones. And Stones doesn't read it at all. But here's Rodgers. Back out towards Luca Dean. Flicked, scooped in towards Buendia. Foul by Nunes, is it? On Buendia. Throw into Villa. Buendia says he was pushed. They play on with a throw. And referee says no foul on Matheus Nunes. Well, we said who will score first. 76% of you guys said Erling Haaland. It was, in fact, Matty Cash. After 25 votes, he wasn't an option. Crossing by Villa again. Buendia away by Tajani Reinders as far as Matty Cash. Shoot rings around Villa Park. Concert pressing by Savinho. Back he goes to goalkeeper Martinez. Swings it forward. Headed forward by John Stones. Kamara watching back to the goalkeeper Martinez. Emi Buendia's gone down off the ball here. Not exactly sure what for. But the Argentinian is down. Former Norwich City man. Nearly joined Arsenal in the one summer. In the end, joined Villa in the January. A few injuries that really caused him problems. And then he ended up on loan at Bayer Leverkusen. And now he's back at Villa again. So a bit of a team talk here from Unai Emery. And Buendia is struggling a little bit here. He's taken the boot off. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is. I'm sure they'll be looking to try and see if they can find a shot of it and see what happened there. The Cherries up to second, says Chris. Yep. 1-0 up against Forest. Marcus Tavernier with a goal. And Gusson is warming up for Aston Villa. We'll have to see Buendia if he can continue here. It's looking unlikely. Well, they're going to show a replay of the goal here. Matty Cash marked on the edge of the box. Nice ball into him. By the time Bernardo gets out to him and Haaland, it's just too late. And he puts the ball in the bottom corner. I mean, it's a really well-worked goal. Diaz, Haaland and Bernardo couldn't stop him. Fantastic finish from Matty Cash. And the set-piece coach looks very happy on the sidelines. He's obviously something he's picked up on. And Matty Cash with the goal celebration as well. To celebrate that goal. He's in quite good form for Villa at the moment, isn't he, Matty Cash? He's a player that I know Villa fans have been quite harsh on at times. Said he's not good enough for Villa. Well, Emi Buendia here. Can't even get off the pitch. He's really struggling to walk off the pitch here. I'm not exactly sure what he's done to the foot there, Emi Buendia. But it's not something that he's going to be able to continue from. And he looks in quite a lot of pain, the number 10. So they are going to change him. It isn't going to be Gerson who comes on. He's in fact going to be another former City youth player. In that of Jadon Sancho. Well, made the move to Manchester United, didn't he, the former City youth player. And he's going to come on here with boos from the City fans. He's still doing his laces here, Sancho. He's going to play with them loose because the game's underway. McGinn turns Vardiol here, who slides in for a challenge on McGinn. And a free kick goes Villa's way. McGinn wants a yellow card for Joško Vardiol. Jadon Sancho, who's had a bit of controversy following him, hasn't he, recently? We don't need to go into it, I suppose, but his girlfriend is a famous, I don't know, rapper. There's been some allegations over sort of what their relationship is like, and also he owes quite a few people some money, apparently, Jadon Sancho. Oh, great ball by Onana. And here's Rodgers, and here's Sancho. Wrong side of Nunez, who pushes him. McGinn wide towards Watkins here. City in trouble today. Watkins. Back towards Sancho. Hits it. Blocked away by Stones. Back out towards Kamara. McGinn with space. John McGinn! Oh! Jags it just wide of the post. Should be 2. What a chance. Oh, I'm liking the score graphics, says Chris. I didn't even notice that. Thanks for telling me. Villa in the lead, not City. What a chance, McGinn. It's just wide. I never even noticed that I'd put City 1-0 up. It's a shame that's not the case, isn't it? McGinn with a shot. It comes off the backside of John Stones. I think if it doesn't, McGinn scores there. Massive block by Stones. Burnley have now scored to make it 2-0. Corner for Aston Villa, but City are in a lot of trouble here. Could easily be 2-0. Quite right, Ultra Gamer. If it wasn't for John Stones, his backside there, brushing the ball, it would be 2-0. Crossing here. Free header in the box! Back to Watkins, blocked away again by City. Set pieces are all over the place. Crossing again, headed by Nunez away, and here's Phil Foden. Well, City started this game so positively, but it's completely changed. Foden against Digne. Nice pass into Savinho. Back towards Matheus Nunes. Tijani Reinders. Stones. Bob turns in the pocket here brilliantly, Oscar Bob. Bob for City. Back into Reinders. Foden. On towards Savinho. Kamara's got hold of Phil Foden, so he can't go anywhere. And Savinho back towards Vardiol. Reinders. Ruben Dias for Manchester City. Vardiol wide to Savinho up against Matty Cash. 1-on-1 with him. Savinho goes outside. Cross comes in. Bobby's waiting. Headed away brilliantly by a defender. And John McGinn can get it away on the edge of the box here. And now they're on the counter with Morgan Rodgers for Aston Villa. Rodgers. Watkins. Rodgers. On to McGinn. He goes flying to Bernardo Silva. It's not a foul. There's nothing he can do there, Bernardo. Rodgers jumps into him. Onana. Torres. Digne. Torres again, Onana. Digne. Oh, great ball in behind Nunez towards Jadon Sancho with a bit of space. This left-hand side, Sancho. Sancho. Onto Digne. Cross into Rodgers, dealt with by Reinders. Onto Foden, rolled it back to him there. City nearly in big trouble. I mean, defensively look a little bit all over the place. And here's Savinho once again. He always goes on the outside of Cash. Can he go on the inside this time? Savinho. Terrible by Savinho. Pass it straight back to Aston Villa. Really poor. Martinez. Well, the opening 15 minutes with Manchester City, good. Since then, we've been terrible. The Ghost on Twitch got some Man City donuts. Chris is yet again a hopeless final pass. I mean, that's terrible from Savinho, isn't it? Him and Bernardo Silva on completely different wavelengths here. Cash. Kamara. Well, of course, I do the player ratings for Finalysis, which is in partnership with Sky Sports. At the moment, the player ratings are going to be pretty low. because there's not one decent performer out there at the moment for Manchester City. Everyone is performing pretty poorly, if you ask me. Here's Torres. Forward towards Watkins. Great pick up and turn. And wide left to Sancho against Nunes here. And a terrible pass by Sancho. And Nunes then is fouled by Ollie Watkins from behind. A terrible pass by Sancho. The City free kick. But Watkins has been quite free in his positioning, really. He had a free header on the previous corner. I mean, it's terrible. City have been terrible on the set pieces. Something needs to change there. The playmaker who's right on the bench, City bench, says Teal. Why did City even buy Cherki? Well, he's just come back, hasn't he, from a very serious hamstring injury that Pep Guardiola said if happens again, he's getting surgery and then he'll be out for like 5-6 months. So I assume City are trying to manage that. That's the only reason I can think that he's not in there today. Stones. Nunes. Nunes still. Haaland. Nunes once more. Reinders. Followed by Reinders. Driving Reinders. Reinders onto Bernardo Silva. Bernardo, is he offside? Maybe he is offside. Dragged into an offside position there, Bernardo Silva. Maybe Reinders should have cut inside and shot himself there as he makes that driving run forwards. Pep Guardiola looks pretty frustrated on the sidelines, and so he should be. It's not been a good half for Manchester City so far. The rain is coming down at Villa Park in the Midlands, so you can see how Pep Guardiola with his raincoat on, completely sodden. Long by Martinez here on the free kick. Into Watkins. Stones wins the header. Offside against Ollie Watkins. Offside against Watkins. The City players a little bit frustrated with the time it took to get that flag up there from the linesman. Reinders. Ghost and Twitch is a fan of Kovacic's barber. We'll win this game easily with Cherki. The wingers are useless as Teal. Yeah, they're not playing particularly well, are they? I mean, Oscar Bob seems to play a lot better in the pockets, really, than on the far right-hand side. Maybe that's where his future lies. Diaz. Stones. Nunes. Savinho's been very, very poor. Very poor so far. Ruben Diaz for Manchester City. Nunes. Foden. Foden for City. Nowhere to go. Back right towards Oscar Bob. Bob. Foden. Ball behind to Stones. It deflects away. Onana brings it away. Rodgers flicks it on straight to Nunes. City keep going in. Nunes onto Bernardo. Gives it away himself here. Vardiel wins it back towards Savinho. Well played. Savinho. Inside from Savinho, the Brazilian. Vardiel. Poor pass by him. Bernardo in there. Vardiel picks it up. Joško Vardiel in the box here. Vardiel still going back to Savinho. Hits it. And eventually a handball given, a ricochet into Vardiel and for a free kick. Just for Aston Villa. Well, Vardiel dribbled into the box here. I think Vardiel fell over, but I'm not sure there was a foul in there. They say a handball against Vardiel. It hit his chest. Hit his chest, Joško Vardiel. The ref still gives it a free kick Villa's way. Conser back towards Martinez. Quickly plays it forward, the Argentinian. Vardiel heads it back into Phil Foden. Terrible by Foden. Onana straight into Reinders. What can Tajani Reinders do there? Onana flicks it over and goes flying over the Dutchman. The free kick goes their way. There's no end product from Savinho. It's irritating to Kelvin yet. I mean, we know that with Savinho. I was talking before the game wasn't out. We can't be too harsh on him. I was the first game of the season against Wolves and got to meet Bob. I literally cried. I got him in Reigns inside my shirt. Well, that's very good. Congratulations. The Arsenal have got the lead, haven't they, over Crystal Palace? Apparently so, have they? I don't know. Oh, they're in behind again here, Villa. Here's Watkins. Watkins into the inside. Watkins on that right foot. Watkins still on towards Digne. Across the box. Blocked away by Stones again. Probably our best defender. Here's Onana. Ball in behind, dealt with by Oscar Bob. Into Haaland. Counter City. Haaland on his own here. Onana out-muscled. Erling Haaland there way too easily. And then Kamara pass it out for a throw into City. My last year in Manchester, I might not get to go to the parade as Kelvin. That's if there is a parade. But I hope you get to come back to Manchester. Was there a foul on Vardiol? Rodgers puts both arms on Vardiol and pushes him over. It would have been a soft penalty if we give it. Rangers forward to Bernardo Silva here. Bernardo in towards Tajani Reinders. Savinho for City. Savinho. Managed just to keep it there, Savinho. And now a free kick goes Villa's way. And Savinho's going to get a yellow card here. It's interesting, isn't it? Savinho there skips past a few players. He wins the ball. Overruns it. Catches the ankle of Rodgers a little bit. And the referee gives a free kick and a yellow card to Savinho. He hardly even touches Rodgers there. But they make the most of it, don't they? So free kick Aston Villa once again. Ezri Konsa to take it. Well, City have made 7 fouls, the Villas 2. Which is interesting, isn't it? Kamara brings the ball forward here. Then he goes past Savinho, the Frenchman. Fantastic. And a big switch of play towards Sancho. He does keep it on this left-hand side. He's got Digne on the overlap. Sancho. Digne. Andre Onana. Or Amadou Onana, is it? Turn here by Kamara. Watkins. Blocked by Vardiol. They still work it wide towards McGinn. In by McGinn. Header here for Villa. Nunes flicks it behind for a corner. City have been terrible. Every time they go forward, says Chris, they look like they can score. We look toothless. Certainly do. We look like we cannot go and win this. We don't look like we can be ruthless enough to take... Just take anything. Nunes just flicks it behind for a corner. There's nothing ruthless about the City side at all. Corner ball. Cross comes in. Free header again in the box nearly. City clear away from the corner. The set piece coach needs a talking to because it's not working. McGinn onto that right foot. Free cross in. Headed away by Haaland. But what is Bernardo Silva doing letting him cross that ball in so easily? What is Bernardo doing? This is terrible. Collins is always here. Savinho's best on the left. He is. But he's not playing well today, is he? Thrown by Nunes down towards John Stones. Back towards Donnarumma. Under pressure from McGinn here. He's caught. The goalkeeper by McGinn. They play on. Here's Joško Vardiol for City. Savinho off the left once again. Back into Vardiol. He's playing very far forward now. Vardiol. Stones. Into Reinders. Space for Reinders. Onto Haaland here. Back out towards Nunes. Wide right to Oscar Bob. Bob against Digne. Nice feet to beat him, but he cuts back. Really nice feet from Oscar Bob. Very quick feet. Nunes. Reinders in a pocket space there. Go to him. Eventually Diaz does, but he's then under pressure. He's marked. Oscar Bob on that right hand side for City once again. Bob. Bob still. Past Digne. Bob. Brilliant. Bob looks to pull it back. Dealt with by McGinn. Cleared away on as far as Vardiol. It's a bit more sustained pressure at Manchester City. Joško Vardiol for City. Reinders. Vardiol. Tajani Reinders. Wide left towards Savinho. Onto Stones here. Need more movement around the box, City. Here's Foden. Big switch left to Savinho. Can he keep it in? He can't. He can do. Straight into the hands of Emi Martinez by Savinho. Well, you'd be looking at the City side, wouldn't you, and saying, half time, we've got to get maybe some more creative players on there. Ryan Shirky, Jeremy Doku. Konsa, they play it on the back so well. With 3 minutes of time, says Ghost. Kamara under pressure from Foden here. Konsa. Onana. Back to Martinez. Lifted straight to Stones. That's terrible, Martinez. Stones. Forward, John Stones. Forward. And he goes backwards to Vardiol. Here is Tajani Reinders. Stones finds a good bit of space here. Through to Haaland. Cut out by Onana just. Away by Concert. Nunes leaves it against Watkins. Well played, Mateus Nunes there. He's done really well. And he slipped Nunes there and he's given it away to Watkins. How often does he slip Nunes? And here's Watkins. Nunes getting back to try and help out, but Villa on the counter it. Watkins. Sancho. Digne. Onana. Andre Onana. White to Matty Cash. Concert. Cash again. Concert City. Decent pressing, but set pieces we've really struggled. We've struggled with the creative side of the game. Finding Erling Haaland, we've done it once, but he couldn't put it in the back of the net. Ball forward to Sancho. Well taken by Sancho. Back to Digne. And towards Rodgers. Oh, brilliant from Luca Digne. City embarrassed again. Ruben Diaz this time. The ball in behind here. Vardiol's ready. It's gone far right towards John McGinn. Docker and Shirky needed cat of that Arsenal fan base win the Prem, says Kelvin. Well, I tell you what. Docker and Shirky are desperately needed here. I feel. Sancho. Back on towards Digne. Torres. Concert. Cash. Kamara. Here is Cash, and back he goes towards Concert. Pressure from Phil Foden. Skips past him easily, Jesry Concert. City are chasing shadows, aren't they? We cannot get anywhere near this Villa side. They pass it round us like we're not there. Long ball forward to Watkins. Dealt with by City again. City lose the second ball. It's picked up by John McGinn. Runs straight into Vardiol and then goes down. John McGinn runs straight into Vardiol and just throws himself to the floor. Vardiol isn't happy, but John McGinn, he runs straight. He plays in behind Vardiol and runs straight into him. He's not even trying to go round Vardiol there. He knows he's going to lose a foot race with Vardiol, so he throws himself to the floor. John McGinn's trying to get Vardiol booked. The interesting thing is, if our player did that, we wouldn't get the free kick. Maybe we should start doing that, kicking it round a player and throwing yourself into them. Canvas Pep won't make a sub till the 70th minute, possibly. Goes saying Stones' position is very, very forward thinking, very attacking midfield, which it is, yeah. So free kick end of this one for Villa. 3 added minutes. And we've played 1.5. To be swung in by Matty Cash. In by Cash. Flicked on by Villa. Another chance again. Cleared away by City. Cannot defend set pieces, this City side. Really struggling against these set pieces. Really, really struggling. I don't know what's going on. And Villa are happy to take it at half time with a lead. Manchester City, there's got to be changes. Half time at the Emirates, Arsenal lead. An Eberechi Eze goal against his former side. Bournemouth are 2-0 up against Forest. Goals from Marcus Tavernier and also Eli Krupi. And Burnley lead Wolves by 2-1. Zion Fleming with a double. Youngstrand Larson with his goal. Sancho. Rodgers. City deal with it again. This team, this half-time TikTok needs to do wonders. Donnarumma clears it poorly away. Watkins heads it back. Well, City look nothing like their usual self here today. In by McGinn. Headed away by Diaz. Onto Savinho. He looks to bring it away. Always on the outside. Savinho. Good pass to Haaland. Holds it up well against Concert. Free kick Manchester City. Concert's got hold of Erling Haaland. Will not let him run away from him. Foul there on Phil Foden by Pau Torres now. Another free kick Manchester City. Rangers gets Foden back to his feet quickly. He's holding a knee there, Phil Foden. And that is half time. So Manchester City find themselves 1-0 down. It's a brilliant goal from Matty Cash. Edge of the box, takes it onto his left foot. City have really struggled in that first half. Have been really poor on set pieces. And that has been very clear to see. Eze celebrates against his former side, Palace, which is a surprise. So Manchester City 1-0 down. We'll be back for the second half where hopefully City perform a lot better than we've just seen there.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah, for my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. Memories now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. What do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my putting. Put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poop, your biscuit tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, youngin' trapping out the bando. From the ceiling fan to the damn floor. Tryna stack my money up. Cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
Trapped inside this spell. Now I feel it. Now I feel it. Your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel it.
Welcome back to the second half. Manchester City versus Aston Villa. Both sides in the tunnel now, ready to come back out at Villa Park. City with a poor first half. We've got a vote in the live chat. I predicted a 4-1 win for City today. So how positive was I? Positively wrong, but they could still. My prediction is still on. I think the 2-1 prediction was on as well. You can vote in the live chat now. Do you think Man City come back and win this game? Let us know. Teal says if City can't find a way to come back to beat Villa, they aren't ready to win this title. Possibly, Teal, but it's very early on this season. We can't get over it. get ahead of ourselves. Yes, it'd be very frustrating if we lose this one. We won't be happy. But that is how it is. Pep Guardiola's having a bit of a talk here with Michael Oliver before the game. Kicks back off. That won't go down with the people on social media who'll say that City are buying the referees or whatever, and so on. So, how do we do in this one? Can City come back into it? Can City find a way back into this? I predict a 4-1 win for City. I expected goals. Erling Haaland could easily come out and get a hat-trick in this second half. We've reserved plenty of energy in that first half for that shocking performance, so maybe they come out second half. There's no changes from City, which is a bit of a surprise. I thought we would see maybe Ryan Shaqiri or Jeremy Doku come on. Pep Guardiola changes absolutely nothing. But maybe there was an early change to come on. The Ghost on Twitch was back and he was watching the FC26 series, which is going pretty well, isn't it, so far? Or relatively well, as the second half kicks off underway. Come on, City, full press, let's go for it. And back to Emi Martinez. Here's Konsa. Kamara, they did a really good job of playing the ball out from the back in that first half. Villa, cash forward here. City with a foot in, but again it falls back to Villa. Those second balls, that physicality, you've seen it today, and City have really lacked in those positions. I think physically we're not very strong. And we do miss Nico Gonzalez, and we do miss our Rodri in there today. They've really been missed today. Free kick Villa at the start of this one. Konsa to take it short towards Kamaru. Turns into Rodgers. Plays it off to McGinn, who plays it in behind here and straight through to City. And back to Gianluigi Donnarumma. And City can start now. Stones to City. Reinders. Well, Pep Guardiola obviously feels he's good enough to play that deeper role to Johnny Reinders. And that's a great pass by him into John Stones. It's off the ball where his issues lie. Here's John Stones, who's taking too much time with the ball here. Falls to Bernardo Silva, plays it wide to Savinho. It's poor by Stones, though. He's too slow there. Savinho. Across the box, Bernardo Silva. Terrible from Bernardo Silva. Fired into him by Savinho. On the foot. Can't control it. Watkins is still down here. And City are playing on. Vardiol. Wide to Savinho. He's fine, Watkins. He'll play on. He's the one who fouled Stones and injured himself here. Reinders wide to Phil Foden. Reinders. Wide right to Oscar Bob. Bob for City. Against Lucadini, makes the tackle. Throwing Manchester City on this far right hand side. Watkins now saying he wants a free kick. He's absolutely fine, Ollie Watkins. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. It was Stones who delayed the ball too long. He tackled Stones. Maybe he was fouled by Stones. Sitting behind here, Foden. Foden shoots! Blocked away. Behind for a corner. Come on. Better start to second half, Manchester City. Well, ball through by Stones towards Foden in the pocket. Skips inside, hits it. It's blocked away by Esri Konsa behind for a corner to Manchester City. In by Phil Foden. Header by City. Cleared away. Another corner, Manchester City here. Another head injury down. Goes a Villa player, no Nana. It's a corner City's way. He's going to be okay here. Amadou Onana. Header by Diaz. I mean, there's hardly anything there. He heads it on towards Onana. Down for another corner for City. Swung in. Cleared away. And it's a free kick to Villa. And Onana's down again here. I don't know what for a foul on Onana. Don't know who fouled the big man, but someone apparently did. And Michael Oliver gives a free kick. Free kick Villa here. Emi Martinez to take it. Why they go towards Matty Cash. Foul by Vardiol and McGinn. Referee plays advantage. Rodgers in behind here. Back to Rodgers. City in trouble. Rodgers wide and dealt with by Nunez. Foden picks it up, but City... Oh, that's really nice from Foden. Lovely back heel into Reinders here. City on the counter to Gianni Reinders. Reinders still. Reinders tries to shoot here and he drags it wide. By the time he got there, he was a little bit tired there to Johnny Rangers. He's trying to make something happen from midfield. He's driving forward. Should he have picked a pass? He's got Savinho, Bernardo Silva, Erling Haaland to the left of him, Bob to the right. I mean, he can't really pick any of those players out, to be fair. There's 3 Villa players round him. Well, City do feel like they're stepping up a little bit here. Their game. Quite right, Ghost on Twitch. Goal kick and Martinez takes his time. Sends it forward. McGinn against Vardiol here. John McGinn with his body around Vardiol. Free kick Manchester City. The referee plays on. Banana works it wide towards Savinho. Back to Reinders. Savinho. Well, John McGinn just used his body to hold on towards Vardiol there. What can Vardiol do? Nunes. Phil Foden. Here is Nunes. Diaz. Matheus Nunes once again. Bringing it forward is Nunes. Nunes with a cross into the box here towards Erling Haaland. Martinez comes out and gets it. It's a bit of creativity from Nunes from the back, which is nice to see. But the quality of pass wasn't quite there. He's a little bit too lofted as Sancho takes this one down. Sancho back towards Onana. Pau. Who's a really good defender. Signed from Villarreal. Who's a player that City were very interested in a few years ago. Back they go towards Emi Martinez. Martinez on that right foot forward. Here's Bernardo. Flicks it on towards Rain. It's a terrible pass by Bernardo Silva. Pep Guardiola is not happy. Cash. Kamara. Onana. Kamara again. City have spent a lot of the game chasing the ball, in fact. Can't seem to get it very often. Can't seem to keep that possession. Can't seem to create chances for Erling Haaland. And that is where we need to look for someone creative to come on, really. Kamara. Onana. Wide left towards Jadon Sancho. He's got Digne with him. Here's Sancho. Sancho skips inside. Tackled by Foden. Comes back to him. Wide left towards Digne. Cross is blocked by Matheus Nunes. Behind for a corner for Villa, which is a bit of a worry because we've defended set pieces really, really poor so far. Been very poor at defending set pieces. Corner ball for Villa. To be swung in here. Cross to come in from Matty Cash, the goal scorer. In from Cash. Free chance from McGinn, blocked by City. Why is it so easy from corners? We're absolutely terrible. We're absolutely terrible on set pieces. They pull it to the edge of the box here from Cash to McGinn, who has a free volley on it. It's blocked by City just. But what are we doing on set pieces? Really poor from City. Erling Haaland seems to be struggling with something here. Seems to have hurt his arm, Erling Haaland. We can't even set pieces, says Ultra Gamer. Thought we got a set piece coach now, says Kelvin. Yeah, we got a new one. He's not doing a good job at all. At all. Because this is terrible. Set pieces, we've been terrible here. Reinders gives it away. Trying to find Bernardo Silva. In behind is Kamara. Foul by Reinders on Ollie Watkins. And it's a yellow card for Tajani Reinders. We all handle Arsenal set piece of Canada's Villa says Teal. I don't know what we're doing today on the set pieces. They're absolutely all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. That brings a world-class keeper to Ultra Game. Well, he's not had a chance to make a save, really. This is really bad from City. Really bad from City. I mean, Rangers in that whole midfield role just isn't working. City have got it back here. Savinho, Oscar Bob. Ruben Diaz. Here's Bernardo Silva on this right hand side, but City have nothing but to go backwards. Reigns is so bad, we stinks us here. I don't think Reigns is bad at all, but he's not a holding midfielder, is he? He's a more forward-thinking midfielder. He shouldn't be in the holding role unless someone's alongside him. Nunes. We cannot be reactionary here. Come on, we cannot be reactionary here. For weeks we've been saying how good these players are. One bad performance doesn't mean these players are rubbish. It's just how it is, unfortunately, sometimes. City got back into this. They've got a chance still. A goal could change this game completely for City. Here's Savinho. Trying to beat Cash, he can't do. Struggling on that left-hand side. Back he goes towards Vardiel. Diaz. Matheus Nunes down this right-hand side now. Villa are really well drilled. They're well disciplined side. They're doing really well defensively. Foden. Matheus Nunes for City on this right-hand side again. Playing at the right of the back three. Vardiel. Good play from Joshko. Vardiel brings the ball forward for City. Into Matheus Nunes. Here's Oscar Bob. Inside to Nunes. I think this right-hand side for City is a bit of a problem at the moment. Bob's not having a great game particularly. Vardiel, I mean, Savinho isn't either, but he's making a bit more of an impact. At least he's trying things. Bob seems to be non-existent. Kelman says Pep with no subs is frustrating. Yeah, the subs might come. Here's Foden. Skips away from Pau. Through to Haaland, who can't take a decent touch. He was fired into him by Foden. But now looks to go and win it back. And Diaz does for City to Gianni Reinders. Wide left to Savinho. Savinho for City. Back to Reinders. Foden in the pocket. Should go back to Reinders. Decides against it. Sliding challenge by Onana. Takes it away from Foden. Here's Nunes. City with a lot of possession, it feels like at the moment. Trying to really suffocate the Villa side, but just can't play their way through them. Diaz. Into Reinders. Don't know what he's thinking there, Reinders, but City keep the ball anyway. Foden. Stones. Nunes. City frustrating Villa. Playing it round them. There's no penetration in the passing at all. Vardiel. Terrible from Joshko Vardiel. Absolutely terrible. That is so incredibly poor. City all that possession. He crosses it straight into the stands. Look at that, says Chris. Prattling about sideways, back, sideways. Then Vardiel is that terrible. It is terrible from City. What are we doing? Villa playing to Digne, and this is a different kind of football from Villa, who when they get the ball want to play forward. Watkins back to Digne, and they're on City again here, causing problems. Digne. Sancho. Straight into Oscar Bob, who takes it off Sancho. Well played Oscar Bob here. Brilliant from Bob. Keep going Oscar Bob here. Bob for City keeps going. Onana pulls down Bob. No free kicks as the referee. Arm on the shoulder, Oscar Bob, nothing given. Vardiel nicks it back for City again here. Joshko Vardiel. Vardiel for City. Savinho's in behind here. Savinho across the blocks, blocked by Eze Konsa. Well, a good play from Vardiel. Drives forward here. Plays Savinho. He lets it run across his body because he's not got any confidence to shoot at any point. So he works it wide. So corner Manchester City here. Cross the come in. And that back line for City. Cross comes in. Chance for City. He's pushing and pulling around in the box. And Anna's gone down again here. Phone there ahead of Cash. Savinho. Back to Nunes. Savinho. Nunes. Foden. Pep Guardiola is going to make early changes here. Here is Savinho. Savinho on the outside again. Savinho with a cross blocked away by Matty Cash again. Well, one thing I'd say about Savinho is he's trying, but he's very much predictable. Very predictable. Well, City are going to be bringing on Nico Riley, Jeremy Doku and Nico as well, the midfielder. I wouldn't be too frustrated with that one, Ghost, because we're clearly lacking that old midfielder. We're lacking that balance, so we might actually play better. I'm not too worried about those changes at all. Cross to come in from Phil Foden. Don't know about you, I always judge players in the second scene, says Kelvin. Yeah, exactly. Headed by Diaz, it's the far post. Can't get there. Crossing by Vardyl again, it's the far post once more. Cash away. Out to Savinho, catches it well. Blocked by Anna, back to Savinho again. Pau Torres has just kicked one off the line over top of the bar. What a block by Pau Torres there. What a block by Pau Torres. Savinho hits a volley. It's blocked. He comes back onto the end of it. Hits it so well. The second time. And Pau Torres lifts it over the bar. It was going in. What a block by Pau Torres. I don't know how he's got that over the bar. But he has done, the Spaniard. That's fantastic. Absolutely incredible defending. Incredible defending from Pau Torres. There should have been a goal there, really, at the end of it. Fantastic block by Pau Torres. Corner ball, City again. What a block by Pau Torres, unbelievable. Cross comes in. Header by Vardyl. His free header up and over the bar by Joško Vardyl. Don't score many from corners, do we? And here come the change for City. So John Stones is out. And Nico O'Reilly comes on. I suppose in that inverted position. Interesting, isn't it, that John Stones is leaving the field? That's an interesting decision from Pep Guardiola. Bernardo Silva is the other one. Bernardo off, Tajani Reinders on. I think that shows where these players stand with Pep Guardiola, doesn't it, a little bit? Clearly sees Reinders the future of the club. And Oscar Bob is off as well. He's replaced by Doku and Savinho goes to the right. So they're three very good changes from City. We've still got Shaqiri, we've still got Marmoush on the bench. I think they're the right changes from Pep Guardiola. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with those changes. I know some of you might not be, but I am. And I might be wrong. Martins into Digne. They've bypassed our press again so easily. Look at Digne. Wide left of Sancho. They just play 1-2s down the outside with the wingers and the fullback. It's just so easy. Here's Onana. Kamara. Matty Cash. Ball behind Nico O'Reilly towards Morgan Rogers. Got the better of him here. Rogers across the box towards Watkins. Great defending by Ruben Diaz. Behind for a corner. And he's in a bit of trouble here, Diaz, it seems. He's down. And he's struggling. Cross comes in. O'Reilly loses the run of Rogers. Pulled it back. What a header by Diaz. And I think he wins himself as he hits the ground there, Diaz. Does everything to get in the way of Watkins. Heads it away. I think he's just winded himself there, Ruben Diaz. I think he's going to be okay. So O'Reilly's on. He was winded there, Ruben Diaz, as he hit the ground. Just knocked the air out of him. It's horrible when it happens if you've ever been winded. It feels like you can't catch your breath. So corner ball. Can we defend this corner a bit better today, City, than we have done? And the rest of the corners so far today. Cross to come in. McGinn on the edge of the box. Digne lifts it in. Headed away by Erling Haaland. Kamara. Wide towards John McGinn. McGinn looks to swing it back and he doesn't do. Back onto Kamara. Cash. Another long ball in behind by Matty Cash. Heavy one. Well taken down. But well dealt with by Nunes. On that left hand side. Here's Jeremy Doku for City now. Doku. And City players just leaving him on his own here. No one's really offering anything. Doku into O'Reilly. Well played, Nico. Play more in the midfield now today, Nico O'Reilly, I think. Which he can do. And the City have got good trust in him. O'Reilly turns. Nico. Wide left to Doku. O'Reilly keeps his run going here. Doku. One-on-one with Cash. Doku. Back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly should shoot. Oh, he's so hesitant. Shoot a pass. Decide what you're going to do. Counter Villa, John McGinn. Nico makes a foul. And it's going to be a yellow card for Nico. He's been on the field about 3 seconds. And he gets a yellow card. Phone off for Shirky, says Teal. Could be the option. Why are most of the first episode of the Master League episodes not available, says Ghost on Twitch. They should be available. All the episodes should be available. I don't know what you mean by that. Well, John McGinn bursting away. Nico gets his arm across him. Takes him down. It is a foul. And he gets the yellow card for it. Sancho, dealt with by Nunes. Savinho here for City. Savinho. Here is Nunes. Reinders now played a more attacking role, which suits him. Reinders wide right towards Savinho. Savinho off Luca Dean, throwing for City on the far side. Or the near side it is now. Come on. 64 minutes and the time starts to sort of slip away, doesn't it? You look at the clock and it's going very quickly at the moment. Diaz. Nico. Diaz. Nunes. Back towards Vardiel. Loads of space for Doku in that far left-hand side. He's been found here against Matty Cash. And he plays the ball in behind to O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly looks to cross it, decides against it. O'Reilly still fighting with Kamara. Conser away. O'Reilly's causing problems already for Villa. Blocked by Doku behind for a throw in towards Villa. There's some private videos at the bottom of the playlist as Ghost. That might be something to do with videos that haven't been released yet, possibly. Throwing for Villa on the far side. 50-50 possession so far for City and Villa. Throwing by Cash. Rodgers takes it down and plays it back. So poor. Ball forward, O'Reilly can't get there, but it's over there as well. We've got to get Ryan Shirky on here, I think. We've got to get Ryan Shirky here for something creative. We really have. Throwing from Nico O'Reilly. Well, Burnley are still 2-all. Arsenal are still 1-0 up, and Bournemouth are still 2-0 up. No changes in any of the games so far. Doku fouled here by Cash. Free kick Manchester City. We need Doku to make some sort of impact today positively. Joshko Vardiel to Nunes. Mateus Nunes to Manchester City. Ruben Diaz. Vardiel. Doku is spacing that far side again. Into Foden with a nice pass. Onto O'Reilly. Nico. Wide towards Doku. Doku across the box into Haaland. Dealt with by Pau Torres. John McGinn takes it down and away. Oh, brilliant from McGinn. But he's not going to run Vardiel. Goes back to the room. Well played, John McGinn there. Really, really good player, isn't he? The sort of player you want as your captain. Hard worker. Reinders. Ruben Diaz. Nico. Reinders. Oh, terrible by Reinders with the pass. But Nunes goes and picks it back up. Brilliant from Mateus Nunes. On towards Vardiel. Bit of frustration from the Villa fan. I think with Sancho there. Decided not to put his foot in. Here's Doku against Cash. Doku on the outside. Doku across the box here. Behind for a corner. Good defending by Cash and also Martinez, the goalkeeper involved. He knows it's a difficult game, Matty Cash now. Corner ball, City. Always going on the outside though, City on Cash. Not willing to go on the inside. Vardiel, Diaz and Haaland having a bit of a talk to on this corner. Bit of a huddle. Cross comes in. No one's there. It's the far post and Rodgers brings it away. And Savinho can't stop it. And here's Sancho. And Rodgers keeps going through the middle here. And Sancho plays him. And here's Rodgers. And Sancho keeps going as well. Rodgers. Watkins. The Villa fans it. They want him to keep going here. Cash. Kamara. We're approaching the 70th minute here. And time is running out for Manchester City. Onana. Kamara. Concept. Pau Torres. Digne. Sancho. Jadon Sancho inside towards Onana. Back towards Pau Torres. Kamara. Onana. Kamara, they're playing well, Villa. They're playing really well. Some really good stuff. In towards McGinn. O'Reilly against McGinn. He spun O'Reilly and dropped him as well. McGinn. Kamara. Big switch of play to Sancho. Nunes has lost it. On to Sancho. Sancho past Nunes. Sancho saved by Donnarumma. Saved by Donnarumma again. 2 double saves from Donnarumma there. Very difficult. Very good double save from Donnarumma. Poor by Núñez at fullback. Sancho goes round him. He saves it once and he saves it again, Donnarumma. I think Sancho should score here. He tries to slip it under Donnarumma, doesn't he? He's a big man. The first save's good. The second one's even better. He throws himself at it. Martinez for Villa. On to Conte, but Villa deserve the 3 points here today. By far the better side here. By far the better side. You have to say, Villa have only had... That is their second shot on target today. It's not like they've had lots of more chances than us. They've looked more dangerous, but isn't the case. City have had one big chance for Erling Haaland, which he missed. If he scores that, City are pushing for the winner here, aren't they? Vardiol. Diaz. Núñez. Savinho on this right-hand side. Come on, get going. Create something, City. I don't know how 70 minutes have gone and Ryan Shaqiri's not on yet. Vardiol. Doku. Doku against Cash. He's got McGinn with him as well. It's so difficult. He's up against 2 and Cash goes and tackles Doku. Doku goes past Cash. Ball still in here. Well played, Doku. Back out towards Vardiol. Foden. Nico. Doku again. Doku against Cash again. Jeremy Doku. Into Foden. Good pass. Foden dribbles it round here. Foden with the cross into the box here. Haaland is waiting for it. Haaland with a header, but he can't get any power in it. It's very difficult to head that in the back of the net. We just don't... The thing is with City's side, and we know this, where are the goals coming from if it's not Erling Haaland? So much power Haaland's got to try and generate in that header. It's difficult. He tries it. He's down the middle at Martinez, but we need someone else to start scoring for us. Here's Doku with space on this left-hand side. Come on, Doku, get going. Doku. Back to Nico. Lifts from behind to Reinders here. Headed away by Conte. Taken down by Núñez. City get it back again. But it's not just one goal to score, City. Perry's throwing on Marmoush and Shirky. Can bring on both. Nico. Vardiol. Doku. In towards Nico. Núñez. Back they go towards Diaz. Heavy pass to Núñez. Forced wide towards Savinho. 1-on-1 with Digne. There's just nothing coming from Savinho at the moment. Foden. Diaz. Foden. Nico. Nice intricate play by City. Nico. Nico turns and shoots straight into a defender. Rodgers there. Nico goes and wins it back. Villa want a free kick. They're not going to get it. Here's Vardiol. Foden pushing. Wide left to Doku. He's 1-on-1 with Cash here. Better touching. He's got straight at him. Foden's got... Doku's got to beat Cash here. Doku against Cash. Doku across the box. Into the hands of Martinez. Marius for Bernardo and Shirky for Savinho says goes. Well, Bernardo's off. He's not even on the field anymore. Doku skips past Cash here. But he can't get the crossing. Well played, Matty Cash. Here's Cash back towards Conte. Pressure from Haaland. Onana. Reinders with a foul on Anna. He's just so poor, Reinders, in those situations. Physically, he really does struggle. He's not going to win any battle. He has to make a foul. And they're going to make even more attacking changes, really, or physical changes anyhow. So John McGinn, the captain's leaving the field here. He's replaced by Ross Barkley. And also, I think Jadon Sancho's coming off here. Sancho's coming off as well now. For Gusson. So, Sancho coming off, despite coming on as a sub. That tells you all you need to know about Jadon Sancho. He refuses to high-five Ross Barkley. And he's not happy at all, Jadon Sancho. And Sancho won't speak to Unai Emery, ignores him. And goes straight into the bench. So, Jadon Sancho... He's not happy with Unai Emery. Completely ignores the manager as he walks off there. Here's Pau Torres. Followed by Torres. Vardiol misses the header. Here's Watkins against Núñez. Nunes trying to get his body in the way of Watkins. He's done really well to hold it up there, Watkins. Nunes into Watkins. It should be a City throw and it goes out for a Villa one. Sancho's downfall needs to be studied. Well, they're not happy, are they, with Sancho, obviously. I mean, he's not been amazing, has he? And it's going to be Ryan Cherki for Tijani Reinders now. That's going to be City's next change. Here's Emi Martinez. Well, City can still make another change if they want to, so Marmoush could still come on. Ball forward here. Barkley, good play with Watkins. Fantastic from Barkley. Then he plays Watkins. Ollie Watkins is in. Donnarumma with a big save. Another big save by Donnarumma. Great save by Donnarumma. Great save by Donnarumma there. Barkley plays Watkins. He's in. You think it's over. Comes out, gets his legs in there. Great save. Top goalkeeper, isn't he? And he's there and he comes and gets it. Well played, Donnarumma. Nico. Come on, Savinho. Can you do something down this right-hand side? He's done... Oh, he's just... Nunes. Foden. Nico. Good touches. Back in towards Reinders. Poor from Nico. Goes and wins it back and offside. Against Reinders. How are we not 2-0 down to Ultra Gamer? Brilliant. From Donnarumma. Luca Digne's down here in pain. Cherki in central midfield. It's a good challenge by Nico. Digne's down, but he gets the ball. So Tijani Reinders off, who's been poor today. Very, very poor. And Ryan Cherki comes on to try and save Manchester City. Can he do it? Can he be the creative outlet? That's what you pay the big money for. I suppose he wasn't a big money signing, but he's someone that we really do rate highly, isn't he? Come on, Cherki. Something special needed. Pau Torres. Long and forward by the Spaniard. Into the channel towards Watkins. Diaz here in a bit of trouble. Came off the arm of Ruben Diaz. Watkins. Nunes can't win it back off him. And Watkins goes past Cherki as well. Pau Torres. Onana. Goes down here. Free kick towards Villa. Rangers was good against Everton, says Ghost. Yeah, he was. I thought he was good against Everton. The ball's come out to Doku on this left-hand side here for City. Doku. I mean, we don't give Cherki long to make an impact here, really. O'Reilly. He's played good since he's come on. Doku. Doku for City. Doku. Cherki. Onto Nico. Nice touch by Nico. Vardiol. Oh, through to Foden. Nearly finds it. Matty cashing up and under and away onto the halfway line to Ruben Diaz, who's could panic here. Heads it straight to Nico. Straight back to Villa with Gusson, who's out-muscled O'Reilly here. Now against Vardiol. Gusson, then, who wins his side of throwing on the far side. Too easy. The header from Diaz is really poor. Initially, to head it up into them. Should do a lot better than that. Should do a lot better than that. Here is Villa coming through the middle here. Cherki across. They've played it in behind. It's going to go to Vardiol and back towards Donnarumma. Come on, City. We've got 2 goals to score here. Well, 89% of you guys think that City are going to get back into this and win this. They've not got long. And my 4-1 prediction is slipping away massively. Unless there's a catastrophic collapse from Aston Villa. Here's Nico. Joško Vardiol. Doku with the left-hand side. Doku. Skips past Cash. Back towards Nico. We've got to get the ball forward though, City. Do you realise that you're 1-0 down here? Do you realise this is going to be 6 points to make up already? Nico. Vardiol. Wide to Doku. Space for Doku. Get it, Cash, Doku. Beat him, Doku. Come on. Doku into the middle here. Cleared away by Onana. As Doku fires at him. Ultra Gamers 2-1 prediction could easily happen. It could easily happen. Good clearance away by Onana. Him and Kamara are fantastic in midfield, I think, for them. Some really good players. Foul here on a City player in Phil Foden by Kamara, who's a bit of dissent here by Kamara. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Phil Foden's fouled. Runs away. Foden takes control of the ball. Kamara comes right through the back of him. He does win the ball, but wins Phil Foden as well. 10 minutes to go. Come on, City. Ball to come in by Phil Foden. Free kick. Can someone attack this well? There's pushing going on there. Kelvin says he shouldn't have laughed at Liverpool karma so badly here. Nunes. Back to Foden. Wide to Doku. Doku, ball into the box here. Chance for O'Reilly, headed away. Fantastically by Onana again in midfield. And now Gisson on the counter. And he's pulled Phil Foden, no. And Foden takes down Gisson. It's a free kick to Villa. And Phil Foden's pulled down there. And he gives him a pull back and the referee gives a free kick Villa's way. I have to see what happened there exactly, but Foden's getting a yellow card. He's down, holding his leg. He seemed to hold off Gisson, who pulled him back. Just gets around Phil Foden as Gisson. And Foden pulls him down by the shorts here, Gisson. Well, Doku's cross was brilliant. O'Reilly was there. Onana, fantastic defending from the midfielder. Absolutely fantastic from Villa's midfielder. He's been really good for them today. Ball in by Villa here. Nico away towards Doku. Doku past Kamara. Yellow card for Kamara. Free kick City. Michael Elvis won't let us take the free kick quickly. Taken down there by Kamara's Jeremy Doku. Kamara thinks it was a dive by Doku. It was a dive by Doku. He hardly touched him. And here's Emi Martinez. They're taking the time here. Well, Villa are taking the mick a bit here. Time wasting. Messing around. Onana. Pau Torres. Ross Barkley. Barkley for Villa. City have been terrible. Pau Torres. Ball forward here. And out for a throw-in. Marmish on for Savinho, says Ghost. Well, that's also too late, isn't it? City are throwing everything at Villa here, but I think everything's not enough. Here is Nico. Shaqiri. There's just no one around him yet. I mean, I wouldn't give it to Savinho. Keep the ball far away from him. Diaz. Vardiol, wide left to Doku. Doku for City. Doku behind to O'Reilly. Chance for City. O'Reilly pulls it back. Foden with a hit. Blocked by Onana. Good block by Onana. Who's down now and the referee stops the game for something. Man of the match has to go to Onana. Man of the match has to go to him. He's been brilliant, the Belgian. O'Reilly does great run. He pulls it back. Foden hits it into the ground. Hits Onana in the face. Poor, but great from him. City just, yeah, cannot find the breakthrough. And Aston Villa, if they were to win here today, thoroughly deserve it. City have been terrible. So Daniel Marlon and Matson come on for Aston Villa. And Savinho is out for Omar Mamouche. So I don't know if Mamouche goes to the right or he goes up top and Shaqiri goes to the right or Foden goes to the right. I don't know. Or does Mamouche just come on the right wing here? Mamouche having a bit of a talk with someone. Well, Nana is down. And Phil Foden's going over to say, get back up, please. But it looks like a head injury. I have to see Matty Cash is going to come off here, is he? So Matty Cash comes off, who looks like he's going to get all 3 points Villa today with that goal. A great goal. The City couldn't defend. And a goal celebration as well. Come on, City. I mean, in the 84th minute now, it feels like the goals aren't coming, doesn't it? It feels like it's going to be a 1-0 defeat for City, and deservedly so. We've had that questions asked all week. I've been on Sky Sports 3 times this week. And all 3 times, most of the questions that come from the pundits towards me are, what does City do if Haaland doesn't score? Well, it seems to be a similar issue. Seems to be a similar issue. We know what the issue is. And Martin is wasting time to throw the ball out from a drop ball for a player being injured. Erling Haaland isn't happy with that one. Long ball forward by Villa. Vardy will watch it all the way back towards Donnarumma for a goal kick. Donnarumma out to Diaz. Come on, City, let's get this ball forward. Diaz. Well, then I let him to the field now. That wasn't 30 seconds, referee. Nico. Wide left to Doku. Need him to do something here, Doku. Doku. Back to Shirky. Into O'Reilly, good pass. Ah, come on. Pull away O'Reilly away from Matty Cash. Really poor from City. A double change now for Villa. Daniel Maloney and Matson are coming on for Ollie Watkins. And Luca Dean. Matty Cash stays on. And the City side, see, they switched off after the first 10 minutes, didn't they, City side? Switched off completely. Really poor. Really, really poor from City. Interesting enough, a defeat today would drop us down to 4th position, level on points with Manchester United. It's Sunderland, Bournemouth and Arsenal in the title race if City lose today. Here's Marmouche. Shirky. Ball in by Shirky towards Haaland. It's cleared away. Again, no one's there to pick it up. Nico comes across to Gusson. Nico goes down from Gusson, who pushed him in the face. Referee says no foul. Here's Ross Barkley. Gives it away to Diaz. Well played. Nico forward to Foden. And City on the counter here. Phil Foden. Foden. Into Haaland. Oh, what a stop by Konsa. Ryan Shirky's shot is blocked. Into the hands of Emi Martinez. We're still in the title race, says Ultra Game Lose. Quite right we are, yeah. Quite right. Well, Haaland was going to score there, surely. Foden finds Haaland. Konsa makes an crucial interception. Maybe he wouldn't have scored, to be fair. Maybe he wouldn't have scored. The City will be 6 points behind Arsenal now. Ball falling to Marlon. It's given away to Nunes on this far right-hand side. Get going forward, Nunes. What are you doing, you clown? Oh, Nunes, you don't have to play backwards all the time. He does. He does have to play backwards all the time. Move the ball forward. Unbelievable. Vardiol. Jeremy Doku. Doku still against Cash. Doku runs into trouble here with Kamara. Has to go all the way back towards Vardiol. Here's Diaz. Vardiol. Doku. Doku for City. Doku past Gusson. Doku the ball in. Haaland is there. Contra away again. Nunes. Another crossing by Nunes. Head away by Konsa before it finds Haaland. Here's Gusson. Kamara. Tackled by O'Reilly. Nico. Shirky. Back out towards Nunes. Nunes again. Is there no one on the right side for City at all at the moment? Vardy on to Doku. Doku for City. Doku still. In towards O'Reilly. Just to flick it through to Vardy. It's poor. Poor by City. 88 minutes on the clock. City are in trouble here. Because I don't think there's any way we come back from this. It's been a really bad performance. A really, really bad performance. Long by Villa up towards Barkley. Vardy wins the header down towards O'Reilly. We've got a terrible record here. And it continues for City at the moment. Well, Nico Gonzalez has completely split his face here after being pushed in the face by Gusson. At the time he went down, and the referee said no, not a foul. Interesting, isn't it? Here's Matheus Nunes. In behind towards Marmouche. Cross the box to Haaland at the far post. He scored. He's offside. Haaland scores, but he's offside. And Haaland is down injured here. And Erling Haaland is down injured here. Well, he thinks he's scored. He thinks he's got City the goal. But he clatters with the post to get City the goal and he's injured. They'll check it. He might be offside. We'll have to see. Yeah, Marmoush is offside. He is offside. Good ball across the box by Marmoush. Haaland gets there. Hits the post in the process, Erling Haaland. Oh, he hits the post and hits his leg. That looks a sore one for Erling Haaland, who's struggling now. Really struggling. Well, they've made Nico change his shirt now to come back on. Because of the blood. And there's 6 added minutes here at Villa Park, but don't get your hopes up. Haaland can barely walk here, so Erling Haaland's not going to offer anything. He's done his groin. Here's Gerson. Against Nico O'Reilly. Strong, the wide man, isn't it? Goes down the pressure from O'Reilly. It wouldn't be a foul the other way. Free kick Villa. And Nico's allowed to come back on now. Villa going to move up to 7th place here. Here is Concept. Ball over the top. And Donnarumma picks it up. Well, still 4 minutes to go. Here's Nico. Good shoot to the bottom. Drop of the shoulder there by Nico. Forward by him. Oh, and he gives it away to Gerson and City lose it again. And they're trying, City. They are trying, but there's no quality in the side. O'Reilly's been sort of really struggling on that far side so far. He's really struggling with it. Here's a throw-in for Villa. Got maybe 3 minutes to go for City to try and do something. But it's not looking likely at all. It is not looking likely. City haven't looked like scoring all day. O'Reilly spun by Malen again here. Cross comes in, it's out. Oh, it's straight to Donnarumma. City need to get this ball forward now. Donnarumma for City. Ruben Diaz. Diaz to bring the ball forward. His options for City. Nunes is making a bit of an overlapping run on the far right hand side. And off he goes, Nunes here. Chased against Rodgers. Nunes beats him to it. And it's straight out for a goal kick. And Rodgers nudges Nunes into the side here. And now Emi Martinez will take his time. 4 minutes to go. City have struggled here today. We haven't been creative at all. I mean, we've all been calling for Ryan Cherki to come on, but I can't think of a moment at all where he's had the ball and done anything with it. Savinho's been really, really poor today. Really poor. Very one-dimensional in his play. Bernardo Silva had a glimpse in the first half. He set up Haaland who couldn't finish it. It looks like Erling Haaland's got an injury that he can't quite run off. Rainer's in the holding role, but Erling Haaland's still limping around here. There's no chance he's going to do anything for us. Here's Martinez. Concept. Kamara. Good block by Nico. City could pounce on this. Foden. Terrible cross back to Onana. Nico on the volley, blocked by Villa again. Diaz wide towards Nunes. Don't shoot. Nunes shoots. He's an idiot. He's an absolute moron, Matheus Nunes. Absolute moron to shoot there. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. City should capitalise on that, but we don't do. Brilliant block by Barkley and Onana again. The last time City won away at Villa Park, Raheem Sterling was in the side. Really poor. Long ball Villa. 15 seconds remain. Cherki taken down by Onana. Free kick Manchester City. Play towards Nunes. Nunes goes backwards. Shaqiri does well under pressure. What is Nunes doing? Joško Vardiol brings the ball forward. Doku. Pass Cash. Sliding challenge from Marlon is a big one. Wins the ball. Shaqiri slides in now. Gets stamped on by Marlon. He's okay, Shaqiri. Still 2 minutes to go. The big challenge by Marlon. Shaqiri went and did the same. He was kicked by Marlon. Throwing for Villa on this far side. Barkley heads it down. In behind by Gasson. Joško Vardiol. In towards Ruben Diaz. Can City get the ball forward? Ryan Shaqiri. Wide right to Nunes. Back to Shaqiri. He wants to make something happen, but there's just no movement in front of him. Nunes. Back to Shaqiri again. Swings one in, Shaqiri. O'Reilly. Haaland flicks it on. Foden can't get there. Into the hands of Martinez. Another chance wasted by Manchester City. Wasted again by City. City pushing, but it's not enough. Back they go towards Donnarumma. Diaz. Diaz wide to Nunes. Ruben Diaz wide towards Vardiol. Shaqiri. Into Foden, good pass. Tackled by Onana. Picked up by Shaqiri into Doku, who's lost it. Back to Doku. Doku for City, he's got to pass it. Doku passes it straight through towards Emi Martinez. It's terrible from Doku. And that is full time, isn't it? 96 minutes already in the clock. Aston Villa have beaten Manchester City. Our streak of 9 wins in a row is ended. And it's ended by an absolutely shocking performance. Terrible all round. Nothing at all for Manchester City, which is impressive. I don't think there's any player that can come out of that game head held high, because they were all terrible. Thanks for watching. We'll be back for the next away game where hopefully City get back to winning ways. But it's hard to watch a City side perform like that. There was absolutely nothing from that City side. And City feel like they might be in a title race this season with Arsenal. But Arsenal are 6 points clear. And they might be even clearer come next week. Because Manchester City do not look like a team that can fight for the title at the moment. A long way to go, but not good enough. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.